black cars, all black everything. And I dress a blackbird, riding with their diligence. I can't more in depth if you boys really enough. This is
Okay, we're all set up now. Hey, welcome back to the Robert Cheeke Show. I'm your host, Robert Cheeke, where your personal best happens every day. I'm back here finding my Facebook page, Facebook fan page for veganbodybuilding.com, and want to go over those questions, part 3 of the questions where I asked, hey, what would you like me to talk about on the Robert Cheeke Show? So, I've been adjusting the camera. I hope it's not cutting my head off, because I adjusted it so I sit a little closer now to the computer. In fact, maybe there we go, a little bit better. All right, we'll see. Anyway, welcome back to the Robert Cheeke Show. Appreciate having you here. As always, I always enjoy having someone listen to my rambling, and oftentimes it can actually be really, really productive and informative and thought-provoking. And so maybe that will be part of this. I don't know. I have not read these questions before. These are questions from the veganbodybuilding.com fan page on Facebook, where I asked, hey, I've been doing this Robert Cheeke Show, about 50 episodes into it. What do you want me to talk about? And give me something to talk about. I can come up with a topic on my own anytime, no problem. Talking's not really an issue of mine. I always have things to say. But what would you like to hear? I mean, what would you want me to talk about? So, I did part 1 and part 2, and this will be part 3. I don't know exactly where I left off, and that's my bad, but I bet I can find it. So, okay, Ed, community building, we talked about that, or I said I'd come back to it. Steven, matchmaking show, we did talk a little bit about that. Jason, show about what you eat, we talked about that. Delina, matchmaking again, how to get enough protein from Mary Beth, okay. Oh, we're running out of questions here. I'm going to need some more. I'm down to like the last couple of questions. Where someone suggests, how about an Ask Robert show? This is Allison. Where you answer viewers, fans, readers' questions that they send you. Well, that's actually, that is what we're doing. And so Gary says, following that, discuss supplements to build muscle, or design a home workout for me with 35-pound dumbbells. The smiley face. That's from Gary, and I'm guessing that's because that's what Gary has to work with. That's the equipment that he has, is a 35-pound dumbbell. So he's asking, obviously, a tailor-made question for himself, which is fine. What do I do with these 35-pound dumbbells? Okay, well, let's answer right on the spot. So first of all, the first question is, what supplements to build muscle? I was hanging out with a friend yesterday, Tim, my friend Tim, and he was asking, okay, Robert, if you could only have these supplements, you could only have 3, what would they be? So we're talking about supplements to help build muscle. I think, this is just my opinion, the most important things for this would be a protein powder product, some sort of protein powder. I mean, we all know protein builds muscle, and it's just the most effective form that I've ever seen. Protein or total calories, or the combination of the two, just help you get bigger. That's just the way it works. So some sort of protein powder. I would say creatine monohydrate, or some form of creatine. It can be a crealkaline, it can be some other form of creatine. It doesn't have to be monohydrate, but many of them are. Can be some sort of esterized or ester form of creatine, and it will still do the job. Some are a little bit better than others. Some are liquid form, powder forms. Some have higher dosages, etc. But creatine helps retain a lot of fluid into the muscle. We already know muscle's already 70% water. You get a lot of extra fluid that it hangs on to. It helps you get bigger, helps you get stronger, helps you add weight through, holding on to water. You add a lot of water weight, but the bigger and stronger you get, the more weight you push, and muscles adapt to that and get bigger and stronger themselves through just adaptation. So definitely a protein powder, creatine powder, and then probably what I would say is a glutamine powder, because glutamine is the most important amino acid in muscle repair, growth, recovery, and it does a lot of other things too. I mean, it's great for the immune system. It lines, I think, the intestines or the stomach, and helps provide a lot of nutrients there. It does a lot of different things. I mean, multiple purposes. But one of the best things about glutamine is that it does help you build, repair, grow, so you can train more often, train better, train harder, and recover faster, grow faster, adapt quicker, get stronger, get bigger at an accelerated rate. So That's what I would say. Of course, I was kind of going through those slowly because we're answering on the spot, and I'm thinking like a meal replacement in my head might be good. You know, if we're only talking about a couple there, protein and meal replacement, same kind of thing. Meal replacement's going to have a little more to it. So that's something I would definitely add to that. So don't just start with the protein. You know, definitely some sort of meal replacement. And there's lots of them out there. So we're talking about protein powders. We're talking about creatine. We're talking about glutamine. And we're talking about meal replacements. If I could add one or two more, what I would say is probably some sort of nitric oxide product for explosive workouts and some extra intensity and some extra energy and things like that, so you get a little more out of your workout. And then once you do the workout, then you recover with all of those protein powders, meal replacement powders, glutamine, you know, all these things that become essential to assist in our goals, basically. And then I might also throw in there some essential fats to help with so many different things, from our joints to our skin to our metabolism, all kinds of things. I think I would say omega-3 and omega-6 essential fats would be another thing. And that's probably it. There's other things you can take, multivitamins, and you can take branched-chain amino acids. It's another popular one, by the way. You can take specific products that are meant to be during workout, like inter-workout energy products. We all know there's pre-workout, post-workout stuff, and there's some, you know, intra-workout products. So those are options too. But anyway, Gary, I would say just stick with protein, stick with meal replacement, stick with a creatine, and especially people who are vegan, vegetarian respond really well to creatine because it's typically found in red meat, you know, found in animal products. Our body makes it too, but if we're not consuming it, you know, through red meat on a regular basis, which is totally fine, like our body makes it, right? But if we're not already consuming a ton of it, when we do start taking it, we adapt really fast and we respond really, really well to it. So we can get some nice immediate gains that are exciting right away, right off the bat, because it's something that's new. Just like protein for anybody, vegan or non-vegan, when we're taking a certain amount of protein and we can start bumping that up by a specific amount each day or each week until our body adapts to it and improves and responds, then we see that same kind of thing. We see those changes. We see that more growth and more recovery and better workouts and stronger and all these different things. So, and meal replacements are going to get us a lot of these things maybe we don't have all the time. Essential fats and vitamins and minerals and digestive enzymes and chlorophyll and all these things that maybe we're low in. So food's always the best way to go, whole foods. In fact, some of the biggest and strongest times of my life have been on no supplements at all, just food. I mean, I pounded it. You know, just tons of beans, tons of pasta, tons of tofu, tons of peanut butter, 7 protein bars a day. I did it, and it worked. It's just, which way do you want to go? How's your stomach respond? How do you feel environmentally with certain foods? Are you focused on organic, non-organic, or does it not matter to you? You know, those kinds of things. Those are all questions you need to ask yourself. What's your budget like? Can you afford supplements and protein powders and meal replacements and all these things? You know, those are all factors that need to be taken into account. So yeah. And now we'll talk about a workout with 35-pound dumbbells. Let me do a 3.5-second workout and look at the clock and see how much time we have. Oh, excellent. About 30 seconds. Well done, Robert. Good job. Way to be on time. Sorry about that, Gary. I didn't leave a whole lot of time. 35-pound dumbbells. Okay, in 30 seconds. Here we go. You can do a lot of bicep curls, right? You can do shoulder, lateral raises. You can do shoulder press. You can do chest flies. You can do chest press. You can do some kickbacks. You can do overhead extensions. You can do two-hand overhead extensions. Let's see, you can do some rows for the back. We're kind of speeding through this right out of time, but maybe we'll revisit that one later on. But that actually was the last question anyway, so we need more. We need more. Oh, I skipped one actually. Suffering from fatigue. But we'll get that next time. This has been the Robert Cheeke Show, where your personal best happens every day, and we are out of time for today. See ya. Oh, great. Here comes the phone. Awesome.